Anti-Society, welcome back to the Anti-Social Planet, and today we are going to be watching episode 25 of Spy Family, the last episode that is out as of recording this, and I'm in denial because I need there to always be more episodes of this show. I know that there's the manga, haven't gotten around to seeing like how much there is of that, and if there's like hope that I will have lots of story in store for me that hasn't been adapted yet, but I'm a little bit sad going into this, but also excited because we had some hints that maybe, just maybe, we'll actually be meeting Damien's father, which is like what this whole mission has been leading up to. Like there may be first contact. I don't know if that'll be Anya and her trying to rein in her chaos, or if it'll be Lloyd, which is like the important person to meet him, but I feel like we're going to be more in like spy mode than slice of life necessarily, which makes me excited. I do like me some spy stuff, but we did just have a bunch of that with Fiona in the previous one with the tennis match that was really too intense for a tennis match, but it was also a fun, chaotic time. So I'm not sure what's going to be in this. I'm going to be very sad if it ends on like a very intense cliffhanger. We'll just have to wait and see. Y'all probably know better than I do what we're getting into, so let's get into this episode and be sad a little bit. In 3, 2, 1, go. I don't want to let it go, guys. I'm not ready. Even though I know I can go back and like rewatch stuff, it won't be the same. This opener is so like beautiful too. Like the animation, the like soft lighting. I just love autumn so much that the autumn vibes of this opener just fit perfectly for me. One second for my chaos. Nothing. Not me just noticing something out of the corner of my eye and not being able to let it like be. I tried. I really did. There's some security going on here. I did not read that sign fast enough. That's what I was thinking. Are we undercover again? He'll be fine. You got this. I didn't know there were failed missions before. That does make me a little more nervous. Oh, that's nice. A roof garden? Wow, that's an intense wall behind it, too. This is very Mission Impossible. True. He doesn't look very excited. I do think that this might be not quite as exciting for him. I don't think we know anything about his brother, right? The fact that he has to, like, tell his brother who will tell his father. Like, he can't just ask his father in person, I think says a lot about what Damien's relationship with his father is like. She's not very stealthy, is she? That's very accurate. Yeah, where is he? It's like a phantom voice. I think he just wants to see his father and he doesn't even know if it'll like work out, right? Like everyone else is like, oh, how do we navigate to meet Damien's father? And he's like, I would also like to know how I could get in contact with my own father. Oh, the way that he like panics too. Is probably a good tactic. challenge him. No. Oh, jeez. Uh-oh. He's gonna be agonizing about that now. Mm, that was a good tactic, Anya. Well done. Yeah, see, I like that he's also proud. Provoke him in a way that is productive for you instead of punching him and getting expelled. I mean, whatever, whatever works, I guess. Oh, no. What do we need a replica for? And a much cheaper version, too. Oh, that's why. A reason to come back to the school. We're getting close to a moment. Oof, that look, though. He's a very alarming looking man. That scar on the side of his head, though. That seems ominous. So much has led up to this, though. Does he have backup? What? I'm suddenly very nervous. Well, that's a little terrifying. He doesn't seem to be offering up much information about himself, though. Oh, I hope he was. Damien wants his father's affection so much. Is it really like his job to accept that apology, though? I mean, it happened to Damien. Uh-oh. He seems more angry at him, which I don't like. Like, he has a certain face to show other people, and then he shows a different face to his son. I feel like Donovan might disagree with you with the whole not being able to control children thing. Yeah, that look. Well, whose fault is it that he's a stranger? He's very unsettling. Not being able to see his eyes when he said that, though, I knew there was gonna be more. The encouragement. Oh, I love that Damien gets to see this side of parenting. The fact that he like knows all of this too because he's so in tune to what's happening with his child. Like, even if he is like fudging it a little bit. Lloyd making me cry again. This moving camera is kind of intense. It's good that he's gotten some security team details for later disguises. His friends are like, huh? Since when? I feel like he knows a little bit more about what's going on. Like, he's suspicious. Excuse? Maybe be compassionate. Maybe just like a little bit. Oh, good, good. Failure sandwich. That's it? I bet he came just to talk to the other important people that were there. Really? Was that good enough? It's not good. He does not talk much, does he? You got a soft spot, don't you? Because you can see how awful his relationship is with his father. And he's like, he's thinking about it. Invite him over for like a family dinner or something. A study session or something. She has many, though. She has far more worries than you can possibly think of, Lloyd. It better be continued. I'm gonna be so upset if it's not continued. I know there probably isn't anything after the credits, but I'm gonna watch through the whole thing. Because I need to know. Just in case. I've been waiting for so long, though, for Damien to, like, meet one of Anya's parents, and I feel like it's a good thing that it was Lloyd because he does have a way of like saying very comforting words that are exactly what someone needs to hear. And I like that he was kind of speaking to Damien, even though he's trying to get information. He could read the relationship between Damien and his father like really quickly, and he's like, let me kind of speak also to this child that obviously needs to hear some things of encouragement and know that he's like, you know, worth someone's time as opposed to a just like, oh, well done, which is all he got from his father, which seems to be enough, but I feel like maybe he needs a little bit more support. Maybe. A little bit of parenting. Perhaps. Just throwing out ideas, you know? If you decide to have children, maybe be like a decent parent. But what do I know? Gosh, give me something at the end. I feel like they're not, but I just need like a little hint, a little something. I was so hopeful. That was a very Lloyd-centric episode, which I totally get, because if it's focused on like the actual like main mission that he's been on for like the whole series, then it makes sense that we're like focusing in more on him. And I do love that we actually got like Lloyd being face to face with Donovan and having like some kind of interaction. Even though like Donovan doesn't seem to be very talkative, expressive, his eyes freak me out. They have like 3 expressions. Fake happy. I don't believe it when he was smiling and like, it's okay, you don't need to apologize. I don't believe that face. I feel like that's the face that he puts on to be pleasant around other people, but it's not the real one. Then there's that like blank, very wide-eyed one that freaks me out a lot. And then there's that like narrow-eyed one, which I think is like more of his actual face, you know, like his actual personality. And I don't like that the moment Damien was like actually like speaking up for himself, that he got like shot down immediately by his father. And then you have like a line very quickly after that of Lloyd talking about how he's like, oh, I've just accepted that I can't control my child. Like I can be there to like support and stuff, but I can't like actually control her. And I feel like that is something that Donovan does not agree with. I think that he wants to have a very firm grasp on what his children are doing. You know, he doesn't have like as much of an interest in it if it's not like directly related to what he's doing. And I think that's probably why he doesn't have much interest in a second child, right? I bet if Damien was the oldest, was the first child, there would be far more interest from Donovan, whereas Damien has an older brother. So I feel like that's where a lot of the attention goes, because that's kind of like the heir to the name, right? So Damien is more like this spare child that is there, but not really important at the moment. He isn't as focused on what Damien is doing, which I find sad. But I do like that Damien got to interact with Lloyd and hear what Lloyd had to say about parenting and to give him some encouragement, because I'm sure that nobody talks to him like that. No adult in his life talks to him like he matters. And I think that that is something he really needs. He needs just someone to be interested in what he's doing. And the fact that Lloyd was like, yeah, I know about the project that he did. I know about the interactions that he's had with my daughter. Like, I know what's going on, which is like partly because he's spying all the time, but also because he's just interested in his daughter's life. So he knows what she's doing, has heard stories about things. So I think that that's something that Damien really needs, is like just someone to care that he's doing things. Because even his father saying like, oh, well done, right, is like enough to completely light him up, because he has gotten some kind of acknowledgement that he did something that was well done, and it was from his father. He just wants his father's approval and like attention so badly, but he doesn't know what to do with it. And I just think that that's so sad. I feel so bad for him. And the more and more that we've learned about him, the more empathy that I have for Damien, because he is just a child. Like anything that he's done acting up or being kind of like snobbish, he's a child. He's a very young child. So of course he's going to act in a way that is very self-centered and is very him-focused and isn't going to have much regard for other people. He hasn't figured out, you know, like empathy and that kind of stuff super well yet. He is very focused on himself, because all children are. That's just like a safety mechanism of learning how to survive as a human. So I don't blame him for any of that. And I love how much he's grown as a character, or like the more that I've learned about him, the more dynamic he has become. So I hope that you enjoyed watching that along with me. You can click this place to go see my previous reactions, or you can subscribe so you don't miss the next time I post more Spy Family related stuff as it comes out later on. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.